to make a beautiful dessert that allows you to showcase an array of sweetness and one that will also save you loads of time, try Suzanne's recipe for pistachio orange trifle. Trifle, truffle.
No,
very different.
Yes.
Very different. So you're going to tell me about that, what a trifle is, because
yes.
I have no idea. This is the first time I've heard of it.
This is an English dessert.
Okay.
And this is actually a trifle dish.
Oh.
You see the straight sides?
Yep.
Nice and tall, the glass that you can see through, because we're going to do layers here. And this is a real showcase dessert. This is something that you could put out and really impress people, and it looks real pretty.
So a display piece.
Yep.
And a dessert.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we have very, very simple elements here. This is one of those things where, you know, you've been working all day and you want to get a dessert pulled together to go someplace.
Right.
You can even do it the night before. We have purchased pound cake.
Okay.
We have instant pudding, and we have some canned fruit. Basically, that's it. I have my little surprise secret ingredient over here I'll pull out later.
Okay. And those are nuts up there?
Those are pistachios, because we have pistachio pudding, so that's going to be our garnish at the end.
Okay.
But what we need to do is start layering things in here.
Okay.
And we need a base. So the base is the cake. And you can see I cut the cake into about 1-inch pieces. And we want to be able to layer them around the outside of this dish so that it's pressed up against the side, because then we'll see how nice it's going to look.
So it's all about the visual on the outside.
Right,
that's the most important.
right.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to use just pound cake. You could use chocolate cake. You could use
marble cake.
Right, a marble cake, a gingerbread cake. Now, go ahead. Go ahead. Put some in
line
there.
it all around the edge first.
Line it all around the edge, and then you can fill in the middle. The middle is not so important that it's all exact, but we do want to have a nice flat layer when we dig into it.
Now, so you said you didn't leave this out or anything to get hard.
No,
or
you
anything
can
like that.
if you want to. Because ideally you want to let this sit for a while. So when the cake is a little drier, it will absorb the moisture from the other ingredients.
Okay.
But it's going to be fine because we're going to taste this today.
Nice. So you actually just purchased this? You didn't?
Yep, I just purchased it and sliced it up. Now we have a single layer, and we can see the single layer of cake around the bottom.
Is that good to have holes, or would I want to squish and fill that a little more?
Well, it's okay. If you want to put some more cake in there, you can, but it's okay because it's all the pudding's going to kind of
seep down.
Right, mingle in there. Now the other thing that we want to do is pick out some nice.
That looks good.
Orange segments. These are canned or jarred mandarin oranges. Okay. And we're going to pick out a few. If you want to help me with that.
Yep.
Just pick out, I
don't know,
ones. 6 or 12 or 8. Yeah, some nice full segments. Because sometimes when you get them in the jar, they kind of break a little bit.
Right.
And then we're going to take, I don't know how many we have in there, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're going to take.
So you want like a dozen?
Right. We're going to take some of the segments and go the same way. Start on the outside and kind of just tumble them around there so that we'll now see a layer of orange on top of the yellow. And then the last thing is going to be, and we just have to make sure we save enough for another layer.
So just sprinkle that over,
right, we're going to fill in some in the middle. Okay. And then the next ingredient is going to be our pistachio pudding. Now this is just instant pudding. This is 2 boxes of the instant pistachio pudding.
Very simple.
And we are going to now.
We all have that in the cabinets.
Yep.
Right?
And like I said, this is an opportunity for creativity here too.
I like that.
Because you can go ahead with other flavors. You could do just whipped cream if you want to. And you notice again, I'm starting at the edge.
For the visual.
Right, so we make sure our edge looks pretty, and I'm just scooping it around there. And this is, like I said, it's 2 boxes because we're going to do a whole nother layer on top of here.
That's beautiful. Look at the color with that.
Isn't it pretty already?
Now you said the pudding or the custard, is that the signature piece of the trifle?
Well, it's all, the whole thing is the signature.
The whole thing.
Right,
the layering.
Cake, fruit, pudding, and in my case I've got my surprise ingredient here. I have some citrus candy, some orange and some lemon candy, and we actually kind of bang this up a little bit. It's in the dish here, but I'll show you what the solid
I smell
one.
that.
Doesn't it smell good?
Yeah.
And that's why it's such a great ingredient because you don't really see it, but when you bite into it, it's this kind of surprise punch of flavor that comes in.
That is so cool. You know, that reminds me of the Pop Rocks.
That's what it looks like.
So when you eat them, it brings you back to when you were a kid a little bit. You get the little crunchy candy sense.
And
You're like, ooh.
the candy softens up a little bit. But now
that is
I'm going to
such a
put
cool
about
thing.
half of that in there. Yep.
Oh, what a hit that must be.
Yeah. And people go, oh, what's in there? You know, it's such a surprise.
So
now,
good.
you don't really see it, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to be careful because the next row, you don't want to squish down on the pudding too much.
Got it.
So if you want to start working around the edges here with that,
So you said this is good to make like a night before.
Yep, because the whole thing can sit and the flavors kind of
seep into
marry
each other.
together.
That's the word.
And it really, when you scoop it out, it
smells
kind of
so
all
good.
holds together very nicely.
You know, it smells like spring. That's why I like it. I'm dying for the spring.
But, you know, chocolate is great in the wintertime. I've done it with a gingerbread cake and put some cranberry topping on there.
Nice.
All right, now we got to go with a little bit more on the... Oh, no. Where are we going?
Right?
We're going
Fruit next?
Yeah, right. I was
Okay.
getting confused there.
All right. So
some fruit around the edge.
same around the outside,
yeah,
right?
we could
Again?
just go ahead and line it up. And we're going to go ahead and then put on the rest of our pudding. But it's already looking beautiful, isn't it?
I love that. What a great conversation piece that is, too. You put it right in the middle of the table.
You put it out on your buffet. Now, the thing
chatting.
with the fruit, too, you need to remember is that I really drained it. And even sitting here, it's giving up a little bit more juice.
Okay, so we want less juice. Get some of the juice
fruit
out.
into the middle there. Yep. I actually pressed down on that with some paper towels. There you go.
Okay.
And now we're going to go with another layer of pudding.
Wow. Pistachio pudding. That is so
Isn't that
awesome.
beautiful?
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
I just love the colors.
I love that too. Green.
Yep.
I like green.
Yeah, you could do this for St.
St. Patrick's Day. Easter.
Yep.
Anything. That's good for St. Patrick's Day too, right? The green.
Yes,
but I like it for
is.
spring. I like that. That's nice. So that's a traditional English dish.
That's right.
Very cool.
And you know, it's probably started out as a way to use up leftovers. You know, if you had some cake left and
right,
it was getting a little stale or something, this would keep it nice and soft.
That looks so good.
All right, we're going to go with a little bit more of the candy.
Ah, the candy surprise.
And
look how gorgeous that looks. Are you done with this then?
We are. We don't need any more of that.
Great.
Yeah. And then now I have some whipped topping. You want to do the real thing? You want to go with making your own whipped cream? You could do that.
So you do a little
and if you want
all the way around.
Try and arrange some of those orange segments in the middle there.
Sure. Just in the middle like that?
Sure. You get creative.
Okay.
I know you're good at that. And I'm going to put some of the chopped pistachios on the top.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's such a hit. Oh my goodness.
Are you ready for dessert?
I like that.
Because we're going to cut to the quick here. We're going to spoon some of this out right away.
That right?
I think so.
Excuse me.
Look, there we go.
Look at how beautiful that is, Suzanne. Oh my goodness. That is a hit at any
now,
party,
like I
I'm telling
said,
you.
Now you can cover this up, leave it in your fridge overnight.
Right.
All of those flavors come together.
Look at that. Can I put this right in the center then?
Sure.
Because, you know.
There you go.
Top it off.
You want to try some?
Sure, I would love to.
Now, like I said, when it comes out of the dish, it's not so
pretty.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But that's okay.
Kind of all smushed together.
But that's just so gorgeous in general. And I like your tip with leaving it overnight because then they can all seep into each other. Give me a lot there, Suzanne. I'm going to be full.
So nice. You can never have too much dessert, right?
I know.
There we go.
Very nice. Suzanne, this is gorgeous. And I like when you put a little pistachio on top for a little finishing touch.
So everybody should know what's inside.
That's good. I like that.
You can see that and you know exactly what you're eating.
Good. Let's give it a try. I like pistachio.
Easy, yet impressive.
Oh my goodness. I tasted your candy. It's good.
It's a little surprise in there, right?
I love that. I'm trying another bite. And I like that with the pound cake and the pudding. That's really delicious.
And you could do this one even with a lemon pound cake if you wanted to. If you want to get a little more citrus flavor in there.
Suzanne, thank you so much. That's
You're welcome.
awesome. Appreciate that.